Good evening. I'd like to call to order the Board of Commissioners' special meeting adopting fiscal year 2026 final millage rate and budget ordinances agenda. Today is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. It is 5:45 p.m. City Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Mayor Brooks. Here. Vice Mayor Kerr.
Here.
Commissioner Tagliarini.
Here.
Commissioner McGinn.
Here.
Commissioner Gabayi.
Here.
All are present.
Next on the agenda is public comment. Public participation is encouraged. If you are addressing the commission, step to the podium and state your name and address for the record and the organization or group you represent. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes and do not include any topic on the agenda. Public comment on agenda items will be allowed when they come up. If you would like someone at the city to follow up on a comment or question made at the meeting, you may fill out a comment card with your contact information and give it to the city manager. Comment cards are available at the back table in the commission chambers. Completing a comment card is not mandatory. For any quasi-judicial public hearings that might be on the agenda, an affected person may become a party to a quasi-judicial proceeding and can be entitled to present evidence at the hearing, including the sworn testimony of witnesses and relevant exhibits and other documentary evidence, and to cross-examine all witnesses by filing a notice of intent to be a party with the Community Development Director not less than 5 days prior to the hearing. Do we have any public comment? With no public comment, the first item on the agenda is Ordinance 2025-15. City Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor. This is Ordinance 2025-15. I'm going to read it in its entirety. An ordinance of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, establishing the millage rate for the fiscal year 2026, providing and announcing the name of the taxing authority, the rollback millage rate, the percentage decrease below the rollback millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied, and providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida Statute Section 200.065 requires the adoption of the millage rate by separate vote and prior to the adoption of the budget. And whereas Florida Statute Section 200.065 requires that prior to the adoption of the millage levy ordinance, the following be publicly announced: the name of the taxing authority, the rollback millage rate, the percentage decrease below the rollback millage rate, and the millage rate to be levied. And whereas in no event may the millage rate adopted exceed the millage rate tentatively adopted, now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, that Section 1, the name of the taxing authority is the City of Madeira Beach. Section 2, the rollback millage rate for fiscal year 2026 is 2.8581 per $1,000. Section 3, the fiscal year 2026 proposed millage rate is 3.78% lower than the rollback rate. Section 4, the millage rate to be levied for the fiscal year 2026 shall be 2.7500 per $1,000. And Section 5, this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. There was a second and final reading of Ordinance 2025-15 in its entirety. Andrew, did you want to address this?
I know I talked about the first one, so I have nothing else to add unless you want to discuss.
Do we have any public comment? With no public comment, commissioners, any comments or questions?
No further comments or questions from me.
I only have a clerical item. I'm in District 2.
We can make that change before we publish.
That's fine.
No comments, Madam Mayor.
I have no comments either. Do we have a motion?
I move that we approve the ordinance 2025-15.
Second.
Does it need to have the clerical on the record, City Attorney?
I didn't catch what the clerical change was to it. What was the clerical change?
I believe Vice Mayor Kerr.
Just on the cover page, it signifies that I'm representing District 1 where it should be District 2, that's all.
We can make that typographical error. The motion doesn't need to reflect
Okay.
that.
City Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Yes. Commissioner Tagliarini.
Yes.
Commissioner Gavalle,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Yes.
Commissioner McGinn,
Yes.
Mayor Brooks.
Yes.
The motion carried 5-0.
Next on the agenda is ordinance 2025-16. City Attorney?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to read this in its entirety as well. This is ordinance 2025-16, an ordinance of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, adopting the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2025, and then ending September 30th, 2026, and providing for an effective date. Whereas Florida Statute Section 166.241 requires the adoption of a budget each fiscal year, and whereas the amount available from taxation and other sources, including balances brought forward from prior years, must be equal to the total appropriations for expenditures and reserves. And whereas at a minimum, the adopted budget must show for each fund, as required by law and sound financial practices, budgeted revenues and expenditures by organizational unit, which are at least at the level of detail required for the annual financial report required under Section 218.32, Paren 1, Florida statutes. And whereas the adopted budget must regulate expenditures of the municipality, and an officer of a municipal government may not expend or contract for expenditures in any fiscal year except as pursuant to the adopted budget. And whereas the City of Madeira Beach fiscal year 2026 budget is balanced, is presented at the level of detail required to file the annual financial report, and shall regulate expenditures of the city for the period beginning October 1, 2025 and ending September 30th, 2026. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, that Section 1, the budget for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2025 and ending September 30th, 2026, attached hereto as Exhibit A, is hereby adopted. And Section 2, this ordinance shall become effective immediately upon its adoption. That was the second and final reading of ordinance 2025-16 in its entirety.
Do we have any public comment? With no public comment, commissioners' comments?
Madam Mayor, I would like to make a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-16, adopt the budget for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2025, and ending September 30th, 2026.
So does anyone have any discussion?
I do not.
Discussion?
A second?
No. Do we need a second to discuss?
Yes.
Okay. Do we have a
Second.
second?
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any discussion? So I have an item I'd like to bring up. After, and in our next meeting, we're going to have discussion on this, but after quite a bit of discussion, I think that we need to approve this tonight, but we need to do an amendment for an HR position in our city.
And just to respond to that, if that's the direction of the commission, we'll put that on an October workshop meeting to workshop it, and then it would go in November regular meeting as a resolution for a budget amendment, which we were going to do anyways for there any cleanup items related to fiscal year 2025 budget, and then we can do any amendments such as that for the 2026 budget.
Agree?
So this is just a recommendation to discuss it?
That is correct.
Yeah, I support that.
Okay. City Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Gavalle,
Yes.
Commissioner Taglerini,
Yes?
Commissioner McGinn,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Yes.
Mayor Brooks. The motion carried 5-0.
Next on the agenda is ordinance 2025-18.
Thank you, Mayor. This is ordinance 2025-18, an ordinance of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, adopting a revised Appendix A, Fees and Collection Procedures Manual of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Madeira Beach, Florida, to provide for a change to the building permit fee waiver date, repealing ordinance 2025-13, providing for conflict, providing for codification and severability, and providing for an effective date. That was the first reading of ordinance 2025-18 by title only. In the Fees and Collections Procedures Manual, the only change from your current manual is listed on page 147. At the very bottom of the page, paragraph 2, we're changing the date from September 26, 2025 to the date of March 26, 2026, based upon the direction given to us by the Board of Commissioners.
Do we have any public comment? Commissioners?
No comments or questions, thank you.
No comments.
No comment.
Does it mention in there about the, putting in the request prior to the 26th, September 26th, or is it just,
That language is still in there.
is it still in there?
It talks about the property being sold or not sold before September 26, 2024. As for the application, the language is still sufficient in that subparagraph 2 to get across what you're doing. You're just extending the date to allow it to happen. Yeah.
They won't need the letter.
Well, they will need the letter, or they won't. They need the application. They
Right.
need to apply
By then.
by Friday, this Friday. that
That's
they-
correct.
That they plan to apply by the date set forth
Yes,
here.
and
And
that
that's,
will
that's
extend
in,
it.
that's in here. Okay.
And just so you guys know too, as of right now, we've received about 67 responses via email to extend it, and approximately 53 have gone onto the website and applied that way. So
That's great.
So the message is out there, so that's really good. So I think it's going really nice.
Great.
Fantastic.
Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve ordinance 2025-18, amendment to fees and collection procedures manual.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
City Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Commissioner McGeehan,
Yes.
Commissioner Taglerini,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Kerr,
Yes.
Commissioner Gabayie,
Yes.
Mayor Brooks.
Yes.
The motion carried 5-0.
It is 5:56 and we are adjourned.